Hi guys, it's Lyddie, and today I am going to be giving you my second episode of my rereading discussion of Harry Potter. So I have now finished Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone for the second time, and you're gonna have to bear with me. I actually finished it about a week ago, but I just haven't had the chance to film in the past week. But I'm really excited that I finally finished it and get to talk about it. So the first time I read this book, I really enjoyed it, and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, and I did stick with that rating, but I almost moved it to a 5 out of 5 stars. Like, it's close. Like, I liked it more this time. Especially the first chapter, and I've actually read the first chapter 3 times now because I started rereading this earlier this year and then had to put it down just because life got a bit hectic and never got back around to it until just now, so obviously restarting it. So all of the foreshadowing in the first chapter is just great. The fact that the Deluminator is in the first chapter I just think is really cool, since that doesn't come up again until the last book. And like, even though they don't call it the Deluminator, like when you're reading it, like, and know it's like, oh, the Deluminator, I get it. So I think that's just a lot of fun, and I really appreciated that detail. And just also, like, the conversation between Dumbledore and McGonagall and Hagrid, like, in the first chapter, is so much more meaningful now that you know these characters and are attached to these characters, because Hagrid and McGonagall are 2 of my favorite adult characters in the entire series. In fact, Hagrid is one of my favorite characters overall in the entire series, so I just really appreciated him as, like, in the beginning stages so much more now that I'm already attached to him, which was just so much fun. But other than that, I also enjoyed the Quidditch parts of this book a lot more than I did last time. I did not enjoy reading about Quidditch when I first read through the series, so I'm interested to see if I continue to be interested in Quidditch this time around, because the first time I literally just didn't give a crap. Like, I didn't care. I'm not an athletic person. The only sport I enjoy watching is baseball and volleyball. So yeah, there's 2 sports. So it's just, I didn't really enjoy reading about it, but this time I kind of did, so that was fun. What surprised me most in this reread, though, was who my favorite character in this book was. So as I mentioned in my introduction video to my rereading of Harry Potter series, Hermione has been my favorite character. And, I mean, I'm still sticking with that. She's my favorite character in the series, but we'll see if that changes, as I said last time. But in this book, I remember she was immediately my favorite character the first time I read it. I was very surprised that Ron was actually my favorite character this time through. Like, reading about Ron just made me so happy. Every single time there was a Ron scene, I was like, I want more of the Ron scenes. I love him so much, and he's so loyal, and he's so funny. And I really appreciate Ron Weasley a lot. And just, like, the way he, like, unwaveringly is, like, was willing to sacrifice himself in the Wizard's chess game, not really knowing what was gonna happen. Like, it was so great. And, like, I feel like there's people who are like, why is Ron a Gryffindor? And it's like, first book, he proves himself so many times, and he continues to prove himself so many times throughout the entire series, and I just really appreciated that. So I'm so excited to, like, continue reading more and continue to see if my strong Ron feelings kind of continue. Like, I think Ron is going to end up much higher on my favorite characters list than he currently is, because, like, currently he's, like, I don't know, probably, like, my 5th or 6th favorite character. Like, he's up there, but he's not too high up there. And the last thing I really noticed while reading this book was my feelings on Ginny. So I've always liked Ginny, but, like, I never, like, really loved Ginny. But as I was thinking about it, if I had read this book when I was, like, in elementary school, Ginny totally would have been my favorite character. Like, and I'm talking back, like, this is, like, over 10 years ago I'm thinking back to, but, like, 10-year-old Ginny and 10-year-old me had a lot of similarities. Like, you know, she has her obsessive crush on Harry. Like, that is how I crushed on guys. And also, when I was 10, I had a crush on my brother's best friend. He actually ended up being my first boyfriend later in life, but it was like, you know, it's just kind of funny, and I found that really amusing as I noticed that. Actually, I noticed that aspect of why I enjoyed Ginny so much more today as I was thinking about it in preparation for this video. So I thought that was kind of funny to think about. And just, she's a really delightful character. Delightful is just kind of my word lately, and I think that delightful is a really good word for the Sorcerer's Stone. Yeah. The next time I read this, I actually think I'm going to read a British copy because I'm planning on buying the Hufflepuff edition. In fact, I might do it tonight. Because I just think that the Hufflepuff 20th Anniversary Edition is beautiful, and I also really want to own a copy of this book in the original title with the original things. And one thing that actually did drive me crazy in this book that I don't think drove me crazy 2 years ago was, since this is the US edition, they changed words. And it became very obvious as I was rereading it. Like, they used the word soccer. In England, that's football. And I get for an American child that could be confusing, but this book is set in England. Call it football. Just call it football. It makes more sense to call soccer football than it does to call football football anyway, in my not so humble opinion. So yeah, that's, I think, basically all I have to say. I'm already halfway through the Chamber of Secrets. In fact, I think I'm over halfway through the Chamber of Secrets, so that video will hopefully come pretty soon, and hopefully I won't take as long to film it as I did with this one. But yeah, I really did enjoy rereading The Sorcerer's Stone, and I am looking forward to continuing the series. As I said, I keep saying that. Also, I'm not wearing white red to channel my inner Gryffindor, even though if I wasn't a Hufflepuff, I totally would be a Gryffindor. I'm really just in the Christmas spirit still. And then I realized, oh, Harry Potter. Gryffindor. Why not? So yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a very lovely day, and that you will stick around and join me for the rest of my talks on rereading Harry Potter.